Coach, first play, I got it for you. Gun, pistol, trio, left, snug, 91 Aussie. Yeah. It's our script. It's our script. Oh, first play.
All right, what's your assessment of tonight? Who are we playing? What do they got? How are we attacking them? Start with their offense.
All right, their QB, he's all right. He can throw a little bit, but it's wet, so it'll probably affect him. Their running back's quick. He can stay on his feet, but their linemen are slow. So I think Johnny and I and Ashton will have a big game up the middle. They won't get much going up the middle. They got a big tight end that they like to throw to, and that's about it. So we can shut them down.
What about their defense? What are we doing what are we doing on offense to attack their defense?
We're in a 4-4 cover 3, sometimes man, and we're just going to hit underneath all night. Then once the corner and free safety start to come up, we're going to hit them over the top.
Okay. What about, we're going to get the running game going? Or yeah?
We got the best backs in the state.
Huh?
We got the best backs in the state.
Yeah, okay.
Come on, brothers.
Who's starting at running back tonight? Kermode?
Caleb is.
Caleb Butler.
Caleb
Bring out
Butler?
the stick.
Is Thacker back yet?
Got him next week.
No Thacker, no Richard. What about you? What are you thinking? What you got going on tonight?
They can't guard me.
They can't guard you?
No. Can't nobody guard me.
Yeah?
Nope.
So you're going to get a lot of tackles for loss tonight.
Oh, yeah.
Ashton, what's your prediction for tonight?
She gave me a number, now I gotta block it. I'm mixing the dirty bills in with the
We're going to come out with a win, 35-14.
All right, man. What about you, Josh? You ready?
got their heaties. No cap. I might just buy
So are you fullback or
Center.
Center. You're center tonight, huh? Okay, so you're officially 52 and staying 52. Okay.
Maybe.
We got a little Butler stick tonight. We'll do some truck stick. This crew over here.
I'll be on the sideline.
Cheering for the team. How about you, Trent? What are you doing?
Holding down the defense.
What are you playing?
Corner.
Corner? All right. What about you? Are you doing something tonight?
I'm leading the way to the end zone.
Yeah? You're going to lead the way to the end zone?
Oh, yeah. I'm making the holes they're going through.
Okay. All right.
Glorified cheerleader.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Hey, you look good.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I appreciate it. Hey, Steve, you remember these? Yeah. We need this support.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that was fourth grade kind of thing. I think John Bornstein bought all those. Coach, what we got this week?
Who's got the blue?
Well, we got a game that we got to win or we go home.
Yeah?
Simple. They had a unique situation. Their quarterback got a broken leg at game 2 playing defense, and he's back as a senior now. He's going to be starting tonight.
Oh,
so
really?
they've been playing a sophomore. So they had 2 quarterbacks this year. Running game, they got a little quick kid. They always have that one fast tailback, and he's stocky and quick, an elusive kid that we got to stop him 30. And then obviously 33, the tight end. He's been there all 4 years that we've been playing him, it seems like. Good defensive end rush in and a very good receiver. We got to know where he's at. Got to make sure we make contact with him on releasing on routes. So good team. Defense, I think, is their strength, so very important that we able to run and pass the ball effectively tonight. Try and do what we do, figure out what's best against them, and attack them that way. A week and a half of quarterbacking for Eric. He's starting to get the feel for Friday night speed and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. So be able to lean on him a little bit more in the pass game this week. And just defensively, we've got to set the tempo like we have all year. Our defense, our special teams has made us consistent each and every week. And when our offense gets going, it's a big bonus.
Got a bunch of guys sitting out again this week.
Yeah, Gould is really ready, but this field is not conducive. It's very hard and lumpy. So with an injured foot, we're going to be patient. He's, if we have an injury, we got to play him. So we're hoping not. Richard's not feeling very good about running on this field, and so he doesn't look maybe at halftime if we need him. But hopefully between the Kermodes and Caleb, we can get the tailback stuff taken care of, and we'll make it work.
Good luck, Coach.
Thank you.
Let's win it.
Let's do it.
Receivers, running backs, quarterbacks, balls are like 3 times harder than they've ever been before. So they're real bouncy. And the other team had to do the same thing, so they're real bouncy. And the football field is what? Hard. So they're going to be real bouncy. The running back, that little 30, we got to get on early. Defense got to set the tempo. Kickoff return to set the tempo. Offense, hang on the ball. gonna smash it a little bit. Eric's gonna put it on the money, and we're gonna take it down there and get it done. Both K-mode and both jumbo personnel be ready at all times. As we get down there, we're gonna use the big boys, take advantage of it on this Friday night. We were down here 5 and 6 years ago, 2 years in a row. They come out and play hard. It's at their field. You know how you play at home. So you gotta exceed what they are. You can't come out and just try to match them. We've got to exceed what they are. Be physical with 33. Do not let him off. If he doesn't go out for a pass, be physical. I don't need any chatting with the other team. Your shoulder pads are going to do the talking. Your hard hitting, your physicality, the competition we play is going to show them. Now they're going to come out strong. I'm telling you again, they're going to come out strong, guys. They always do. And you got to just stay with it. You got to play ICC football, which is hard for 4 quarters. We still haven't played the 4 quarters that we want to play. We still haven't reached that game. We've had halves and we've had 3 quarters. We haven't had 4. It starts with the first quarter. You can't break 4 quarters without getting that first one. Let's get that first quarter exactly like we want it. Get the things rolling our way so we can do the things that we want to do. Excited for you, happy for you. When you go on the road, you got to be mentally more tough than the other team. You just do. This is a new season, man. It's a new season. And try to tell you all year you're playing for the tournament because you don't want to have to worry about it. And you shouldn't be, because this should be the same thing you've been doing all year. You don't have to do anything extraordinary. You just got to do the ordinary things with extraordinary focus. Right now, still got 8 minutes. Hey, you got 8 minutes. Good. Good. Great.
Everybody bow your heads. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. Forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, power, glory, forever and ever. Amen.
Oh yeah, let's go. Let's go, boys.
It's football, the opener of 2A sectional number 37 as the 8-1 number 4 Triton Central Tigers come into Milan to take on a familiar foe in the 6-3 Indians. Good evening. Time to win or go home as we open postseason football in the state of Indiana. I'm Johnny McCurry, my broadcast partner Jason Parker. Good to have you on our BP Doc Shop pregame report. These two teams, these programs, know each other very well. This will be the 3rd consecutive postseason meeting between Triton Central and Milan. The Tigers winning a year ago, 21-15, to advance on and play Cecina. This will be the 4th time in 5 years they've met in the postseason. And if you go back to 2011, you'll find the time when they played every year in the final game of the regular season. It's a fun time, especially when you get a game like this where, yes, Triton Central is favored by the numbers, but in part due to injury, there is mystery in this opening round game.
Yeah, definite mystery, especially with the injuries coming into the night for Triton Central and the fact that Milan has this game on their home field where they're familiar. They didn't have to travel, and I think tonight sets up as about perfectly as it could if you're a Milan fan to have a shot to knock off number 4 Triton.
Let's go to our injury report brought to you by Major Health Partners. Experience the major difference and the most glaring omission from the roster for Triton Central is their starting quarterback and their best cornerback as well.
Yeah, losing Aaron Steele to a knee injury is a big blow, not only for the kid. You hate to see that. Triton Central had aspirations of big things this year, and they could still do that. but without Steele, it'll be much more difficult to knock off teams as they advance, if they do indeed advance.
Aaron Steele goes down with a knee injury. He went down untouched in that Week 8 game against Beech Grove. He was injured against Beech Grove the season before. He will have surgery next week, unavailable for this postseason. And the youngster, Eric Heboff, who has now gotten some varsity time, will be the starter at quarterback tonight. So you have an injury that is very inopportune at the end of the season, but at least it happened in Week 8. Eric Heboff has started a game at this level.
Yeah, Heboff has some experience now under his belt, and he'll have the opportunity tonight, knowing that there's nobody behind him to take snaps. It's him all the way tonight for Triton Central, and I look for the sophomore just to play solid tonight. He has a good running attack, although a running attack that has lost yet another player here in Richard Knowles.
We had the opportunity to talk with Tim Abel, and you'll hear our conversation with the head coach coming up in just a bit. But when we spoke, Matt Gould and Richard Knowles III have both been dealing with nagging injuries over the last several weeks. Their availability for tonight was in question. Well, we got one of those answered when we saw Knowles walk out in a Letterman's jacket instead of his uniform.
Yeah, and what that means for Triton is 76 yards a game out and 10 touchdowns on the ground out. So now a 17 combined touchdowns on the year with Steele and Knowles are out tonight. Somebody for Triton Central, more than likely Keaton Kermode, are going to have to step it up and fill in that void left by Knowles and Steele.
And a guy we'll be calling early and often tonight, Tyler Smith, 5'5", 155. He's a senior, better than 1,000 yards rushing this year. And if not for guys named Minnick, he'd have been running the ball maybe 1 or 2 years ago.
Yeah, he's a guy that's gotten you over 1,100 yards this year, averaging 7+ per carry, 131 per game. Only 5'5", 155 pounds, but he packs quite a punch, and Triton will have to know where he's at tonight. And we talked on the way down, 5'5", he's going to be hard to find behind that offensive line. So Triton's going to have to know where Tyler Smith is at all times tonight.
Any questions? If Triton, you won and elected to receive, Milan, you're going to kick away from the board, correct? Yes, sir. Everybody will just turn your backs to your goal lines. Triton Central won, elected to receive. All right, gentlemen, good luck to you. Bring your teams out. Let's have a great game. Good luck, man. Good luck. Let's go! Let's go! I'm not ready to go home tomorrow. Let's go. I'm not ready to go home tomorrow. Hey, everybody's fighting all night. Everybody's fighting all night. Y'all got me? I got one question. Who got my back? I got your back. Who got my back? I got your back. Who got my back? I got your back. Day by day. Day by day. Better. We better. Don't get me beat. Don't get me beat. Whoa, beat. Whoa, beat. 6 on 3, 1, 2, 3. Time.
12 minutes on the clock, a low scoreboard on the ground across the way, and a high kick taken at the 9-yard line. Return to the 15, 20, 25. Tackler shaken off. Ball pops out, and Triton Central says they've picked it up. And the Tigers avoid some disastrous beginnings by recovering a fumble. Eric Eboff had quarterback, 14 of 24 passing, 119 yards. He's completed 58% of his passes in this limited varsity action, getting the playoff start here tonight. Tap on the left wrist. Call for the football and gets it in shotgun and turns and hands it off. And Milan stretches it out, knocks the ball loose again. Ball recovered, rumble to the end zone, and Milan is on the board. Touchdown.
Chandler Rutherford picks that ball up, number 76, and scampers, about 26, 27 yards, and puts Milan on the board first tonight.
On to try the extra point. Number 3 is Brent Quatum, 6-footer, 160-pound senior. And the holder is the backup quarterback and the man who's played quarterback a great deal this year in Parker Lewis. Snap a bit high. Kick is up. Through the uprights and good. And Milan couldn't have scripted it any better. 23 seconds in on the First Bank Shelbyville scoreboard. Milan 7, Triton Central nothing on Giant FM Sports.
And we'll see how Triton can respond here. Kermode and Bornstein back deep to field this kick.
Two guys who have had trouble holding the football to get the game started, back now to try and get something going on special teams. Kickoff brought to you by Shelby Materials, your concrete and aggregate experts. Quatman the kick, again angles it to the right side of the coverage unit. A return to the 20, the 25. Good block, frees up a run to the 30, the 40, 45. A little shake and bake, gets him free at midfield. And Triton Central will answer with a touchdown of its own in special teams.
That's how you answer a fumble recovery for a touchdown. Borenstein takes it all the way to the house from his own 10-yard line. Nice return. Good blocking upfield by the Tigers.
I all of a sudden have the feeling that my score summary sheet is not big enough. The current pace, two teams have scored a couple of touchdowns, and we haven't even played the first minute of this football game yet. Mitch Kleeman on to try, and the left-footed kicker on the approach. No pressure. The kick is up, and it is good. And on the First Bank Shelbyville scoreboard, 40 seconds in, we're now tied at 7. 22 of 48 passing, under 300 yards. He's only completed about 46% of his passes in that limited sample this season. His running back's a good one. Tyler Smith, 1,176 yards on the year. Smith stays in the block. Carpenter to throw, and across the field, complete at the 50. His receiver just sat down in the middle of about 3 defensive backs and made the catch. And Oren Schmidt makes himself known early on.
Yeah.
High snap. Carpenter able to come up with it, and then there seemed to be, whether the timing was off or some confusion in the backfield, eventually Carpenter just keeps the football, dives it forward, and gets back. Milan, no huddle. 3 receivers set left. 1 receiver here to our near side on the right, and Carpenter to throw in the backfield. It's a forward pass, but it's behind the line of scrimmage and will go for a loss on the completion. Carpenter in shotgun. Receiver goes in motion from right to left. And a high snap again into the backfield. Carpenter tracks it down, tries to pick it up, and takes a hit just as he gains control of the football, and he'll be thrown back for a big loss inside the 30 near the 29. Milan brings the punt team on for the first time, and again a high snap. It's bobbled. The punter keeps it in front of him, but now he'll run and try to get the punt off. It's blocked. There's a flag down. Off the block, the ball is recovered. Milan appeared to quit playing.
Yeah, they did.
I got to believe there's going to be a hold on this play, and the touchdown, I would think, will stand.
Yeah, and they just signaled a touchdown, and the flag will be for holding on Milan, so this should be declined and a touchdown for the Tigers. Just an ugly set of plays there by Milan, both bad snaps, and this one was going to cost them a touchdown.
Just like that.
And Kleeman ought to try the extra point, and it is good. And with 8:59 to go in the first quarter, Triton Central now on top, 14-7 on the First Bank Shelbyville scoreboard.
Go, Steve, just watch. There's one already.
Come on, keep it up.
Again from shotgun, the quarterback Carpenter for Milan. He'll look to hand it off this time in a run that's going to be squashed by Triton Central right at the line of scrimmage. Triton showing blitz up the middle. The give goes to Smith, and he's able to sweep left, find some room, and get out across the 40.
Run by Smith, good tackle by Keaton Kermode out there to save a Milan first down, brings up 3rd and 5.
Running back off the left shoulder of the quarterback. Receiver goes in motion left to right. Now the snap. Carpenter, no pressure yet. Now flushed out of the backfield. He will run, and he's got some room, but caught from behind and tripped up. And good pursuit by Triton Central.
Zach Martin. Carpenter had the first down, but Martin was able to trip him up a yard short.
Milan, risky proposition, 4th and 1, but their side of the 50, they will go for it from the 44-yard line. And Carpenter goes up under center to take this snap. Gets it, fakes the pitch, rolls right, looks to throw, looking for Schmidt, and he's got it. Schmidt, a nice over-the-shoulder catch as his momentum was carrying him toward the sideline, and he gathers it in at the Triton Central 34. High snap again, but Carpenter able to jump up and gather it in, give it to Tyler Smith, and a one-on-one collision near the Milan sideline. And out of bounds goes Smith. Second down, 7 for Milan. Carpenter calls for the snap, gets it, shows it to Smith, keeps it himself, rolls left, throws on the run, complete. And Orrin Schmidt again with a catch and down at the 20-yard line.
Nice job by Carpenter running to his left.
Two backs this time join the quarterback waiting on the snap in the shotgun formation. Two receivers set to the left. Handoff, run forward, and a lean down to the 15-yard line. Two receivers come to the right, and Schmidt is the interior receiver in the slot. Rolling that way with the receivers blocking is Parker, but no place to go. He thinks about cutting it back, and by that time it's too late. Taken down to the 19. Steele, the fullback, out of a slot from right to left in motion as a receiver. The handoff to Smith, and he encounters some traffic right at the line of scrimmage, and as he tries to spin out of it, Luke Hornig is sitting on his shoulder.
Yeah, Ashton Billman had him, and Hornig came in to clean it up.
And to try a field goal will be the senior kicker, Quatman. The hold by Lewis will be at the 25-yard line, making this a 35-yard attempt. Quatman's got plenty of distance. It's through the uprights and good. 3:30 left to go in the first half. Milan draws closer, now trailing 14-10. They'll throw in the backfield. Receiver fakes to throw, brings the ball down as he had pressure right in his face, and ends up with a big loss on the completion.
Yeah, nobody was fooling Krause on that one.
We're at the end of 12 minutes of play. Triton Central 14, Milan 10. You're listening to high school football on Giant FM Sports. Third down and 4 for the Tigers. Heboff to throw. He's got a man, complete. And tripped up at the 30, out of bounds at the 29-yard line.
Yeah, Smith with a tackle there. Nice catch.
First down and 10, Tigers from the 29. Receiver steps in motion, coming out to the right side. A handoff behind him to the fullback, and carrying people is going to be Hayden Kermode. He's a load, and he carried Orrin Schmidt for about 2 more yards of extra offense. Second out and 2. A flip out to the left side goes complete. Then a run down to the sideline, going to be enough for the first down. First and 10, Triton. Heave off a snap. Rolls to the left, stops, throws, and a good-looking ball complete, and there's a flag down to the backfield as well. So the pass complete to the Milan 40, and that will tack on the extra yardage as well via the penalty. Tigers break huddle with 10 on the play clock. Run off the left side, breaking through, and the ball pops out. I thought for a moment a knee down, but apparently not the case. The ball is fumbled. Tiger player is down, but Kermode is just frustrated. He's not injured. Milan has recovered a fumble for the second time in this game.
And it looks like Milan rethought there, and they're just going to snap this and get a knee down.
The kneel down, and the clock will expire. And we have a close one at halftime. Triton Central 14, Milan 10.
Down line. Got a nose?
Yes.
The head up?
Yes.
Going towards the tight end probably? Okay, where's the 2 tackles at? Head on guards or tackles?
Guards.
Okay, so Bucks would be there, right?
So they're head up over the center and the guards.
Yeah, so we can still pull Buck, right?
Tackle is outside shoulder.
We can still pull Buck.
So it's 3 on 3.
Hey, they're boys in the middle back every time too.
They're trying to find
Buck
out.
pitch will be good on top of our regular stuff.
Anytime we go jumbo, they bring everybody.
Yeah, and we gotta run outside. And we'll next time we're gonna probably get jumbo situation, we're gonna go to Kermode, okay? And we'll get outside. Got it? Everything pass game, we're blocking it real good. Just keep it up, all right? Keep it up. When we empty the backfield, they're sending a linebacker to cover the 4th guy. Listen, some weird things happened in the first half.
Weird things that we can't control, we got to move on and learn from. All right? They carry the ball loosely. They have a lot of bad snaps. Dudes, we could get 3 touchdowns in a heartbeat if we just play like we're capable of. But we've got to hang on the ball when we have the ball, and we have got to create some turnovers again. Special teams, kickoff team, we're setting the tone right now. We're setting the tone right now. Defense, they don't score, we win. Special teams, they don't score, we win. Offense, we hang on the ball. We punt it 30 yards, we're fine. Defense, hang in there. Let's just play our style of football, and let's get it done. Yes, sir. Let's get it done. Find a way, make a way, create a way.
First and goal, Milan coming up. High snap for Carpenter. He's going to run to the left side, lower the shoulder, and be short by probably a little better than a yard of the goal line. Couple receivers to the left end of the line. Snap for Carpenter. Shovels it forward to Smith, and he will not get there. It's going to bring up 3rd and goal from back near the 2. Now setting up in the formation with 20 seconds on the play clock. Smith steps, looks to go left, gets the snap, tries to get outside. He was wrestled by the shoulders, broke free of that, but then tackled underneath and still does not get to the goal line. Their field goal kicker, Quatman's already connected from 35, but they're going to keep the offense on the field. And a snap that goes over Carpenter's head. It's rolling back to the 20. He'll slide on it and kill the football, but also kill the drive and give Triton Central working field position.
A good defensive stand by Milan, forcing a Triton Central punt here.
And Kleeman gets it underway. A punt that will bounce at the 50, and Milan not able to get in front of it. There are Tigers in the neighborhood, and that ball will take a decided Triton roll down to the 31.
Yeah, Bornstein there to down it.
Well, it's not a miss now. It's a decided shower as the umbrellas pop out again. Triton return man at his own 37, and this may be returnable. Comes up, makes the catch to the 38, gets to the 45, the 50, and out of bounds in Milan territory. They'll switch into the field as we go to the 4th period. 12 minutes on the clock to find out who advances. Triton Central 14, Milan 10 on Giant FM Sports. But a big play here and a handoff that's got the first down and more. Kermode through the line of scrimmage and goes all the way for 6.
Well, he was due. He's been running it well here lately. Kermode right up the gut. Good blocking by the line. And the touchdown that Triton Central was looking for. They get it on a big run by Keaton Kermode.
Big extra point here. Then Kleeman does punch it through for the extra point. First Bank Shelbyville scoreboard, 9:59 left to go in the 4th, and Triton Central now with a 21-10 lead. Fourth and 12.
This could be the game right here, John.
Timeout from the Milan bench, and a timeout at a point where the season is on the line.
Yeah, coach knows, and they've got to pick up the first down here.
Big play, 4th and 12. Snap for Carpenter. He's got time. Now flushed out of the pocket. Flag down in the area of what you might expect holding. Carpenter runs with it, gets decent yardage. Not enough for a first. Teams back out on the field for a 4th and 4 with 3:01 to play. He ball from under center. Pitches. Kermode. First down. Sideline. Touchdown, Kermode.
Untouched off the left side.
And the Tigers have capped things with another Keaton Kermode touchdown here in the second half. Keaton Kermode putting an exclamation point on things with a couple of touchdowns in the second half. Kleeman for the extra point. Snap. A little bit into the body of the holder, but he gets it down, and the kick is good. And on the First Bank Shelbyville scoreboard, it's Triton Central with a 28-10 lead. Triton Central comes into Milan. A 28-10 victory for the Tigers. Now 9-1. They'll welcome 9-1 Knightstown to Bud Mendenhall Field next week in the semifinal round. And we will have Triton Central hosting Knightstown on 96.5 FM and online at giant.fm coming up next Friday night. Again, the final here on the First Bank Shelbyville scoreboard. Triton Central 28, Milan 10. For Jason Parker, I'm Johnny McCrory. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Thank you for being with us tonight. So long, everybody.
Sings like war song. We'll give a fighting cry. We'll fight and fight battles. Tigers never do or die. In the glow of the victory firelight, history cannot deny. To write a page or two for the Tiger fighting crew in the hoop sky. Go Tigers go! Go Tigers go! Go and fight to win! Go Tigers go! Earlier, but we did it, and so we fought and we fought and fought, and sometimes that's how you got to win. All right, and proud of that effort to the very end. Let's break it down.
Here we go. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1.